When this one drops, I want each and every one of you to jump with me, and I mean everybody. Untold, are you ready? No, I said Untold, are you ready? 4, 3, 2, let's jump!
I don't know. Maybe it seems like a really nice country, and I've had the luck to already visit a lot of places in Romania. So I saw Constanta this summer already for Neversea, and I've been many times to Bucharest. And
this is what I'm saying. You're half Romanian.
Yeah, I guess I am. There's a really strong connection with my kind of music and the people in Romania, and for some reason, I guess also because of the production, the stage, the lights, and the time of the year. It's holiday season. A lot of people have time to relax, go to parties, go to festivals. It's just, people get to enjoy this music more than maybe a different venue, because, you have big production here, which really enhances the feeling of my music. Of course, it's all about the music in the end, but having great lights and fireworks and all the special effects, enhances the emotion of the music, I think. I guess, sometimes in your career, everything just comes together. It's like a football player in the Champions League final that gets to score a goal with his head, right before the last, and he wins the. It's not every game is like that. Even if you're the best player in the world, you don't always have a connection with the field. It doesn't always happen, but with Untold, for some reason, so far I've been very lucky. This is only my 4th time. I will do my best to keep my set interesting, because I played in Neversea. I would say there's a thing called the trance belt. Yeah, like you have the Bible belt, and I think there's a trance belt. I think there's a piece of the earth going from Finland, Russia, Estonia, Lithuania, Poland, Romania, Hungary, Ukraine, Moldova, all the way to the Balkan and all the countries surrounding it. There's a special connection with, melodic music. People here are like, I don't know, they're just more fond of my kind of music. This is something I already experienced when I was playing here 2005 or 2006. It was smaller, was not as big as this, but there was already this passion that, I'm not saying that playing other countries is worse. I have really, really good gigs in countries outside the trance belt, but whenever I get into the belt zone, whenever I do a gig there, it just seems to be an extra drive. I guess people live for that kind of music here more, which is something you also see when you look at Romanian charts. For example, the songs are more melancholic, more melodramatic. I guess it's just the kind of music that the people here are used to listen to. I don't know, it's a wild guess for me. I'm always working. I'm always on my laptop making music, trying to collect new music from my colleague DJ producers and friends. And of course, a couple of weeks have passed, and you see which tracks work. Also, I think what is a good thing about Untold is that it's a little bit farther in the season, so I get to test a lot of my music. You know, I have a residency in Ibiza, and I play a 3-hour set at Club High, and I get to experiment a little bit more with underground music, with unknown tracks. And sometimes you think, oh, this track will be great, and then you see the crowd reaction going, not so good. And it's the same thing with my radio show. You know, doing a 2-hour radio show every week forces me to go through, you know, tons and tons of music every week. So yeah, this is something that's super cool, but also, you know, makes me a little bit ahead, I guess, because I'm just forced to do my homework every week. There's many moments that changed my life. First and foremost, of course, the day I got married and the day my kids were born, the day I graduated. I think also a life-changing experience was doing my concert in the Amsterdam Arena, the Best of Armin Only show. I'm a very lucky guy, you know. I've had many life-changing experiences, but I think it's also very important for people now that watch maybe this interview and think about, okay, what is Untold? Maybe you have no love for electronic music. I can understand. There's people who don't like this kind of music. But I have a message for them. I think if you think about Untold as just a festival where there's a lot of loud music and some fireworks, then you're wrong. What happens here is, I think you have to really understand, and I think this is absolutely true. The future CEOs and presidents of this country in Romania are walking here. They get their life experience here. They're not only going to a festival to listen to music, but they go to a festival to meet each other, to share the love and the passion for electronic music, to witness what's going on stage, to create something together that is extremely powerful. Because you can listen to music at home. You know, you don't have to go to a festival to experience music. So I compare it to the 60s when we had Woodstock, you know, the flower power generation. People still remember festivals like that, or people still remember the Beatles, or they remember they went to a Beatles concert, or they remember when they went to see Pink Floyd, or, you know. My point is that people will remember that they were at Untold in 2018, in 20 years from now. It's not just a music festival where you go around the corner, have some beers and enjoy the music. It is a life-changing experience, you know? And that's, for me as well, and that's how I view this event. I know a lot of people ask me, how long are you going to play? And for me, it's not about the length of my set. It's more like, can I keep the energy up? Especially when it gets light outside, you know, because then you don't have the power of the fireworks that go off, or the CO2, because it's less impressive, because everything at night is more exciting. But when the wolves are gone, are the people still there? I'm curious.
Hello, son, you're ready to come into the air. We can't wait to hold you and rock you to sleep in your rocking chair. Before you know it, you'll be standing, crashing around the house like bandits all day. You can't get into too much trouble. Nothing's gonna stop me from loving you always. My wild son, run free. Ooh, you're knowing when you're where you're supposed to be. Ooh, my wild son, run free. Ooh, you're knowing when you're living out your dream.
I think an ideal DJ set for me is built out of filling in people's expectation and playing with it. If I would just play exactly what people request, and I got a lot of emails from people requesting tracks from my set at Untold, then I think the set would become a little bit too predictable, because they hear everything they want to hear. and there's two people happy that they hear their song, and then there's two people happy that are happy to hear their song. My trick is to balance a set that gives people what they want, but also gives them a little bit of the unexpected. And there's a one-off, one-on rule. So if I play one known track, I have to play one unknown track or lesser known track. And then if that goes well and the reaction is good and the vibe is really good, I get to play one known track, two unknown tracks, and then one known track, three unknown tracks. So this is a little bit about my philosophy of DJing for Untold. I try to see how far I can stretch it. And that is what the Germans call Fingerspitzengefühl, which means that's the feeling that you create. Otherwise, you can just put an iTunes on shuffle and, I just jump on stage and the music is already played. But the track selection decides whether I feel the crowd or not. And that's the essence of the craft of DJing, is looking at the crowd, and then you decide, I'm going to play this one, no, I'm going to play this one. Or I dramatically shift my choices. My crew sits in front of house, and they can see exactly what I'm doing. They can see my track selection, and sometimes they see that like 5 seconds before I have to mix in, I change my mind. Because I feel like, no, I should not, I have a better idea. So what I'm constantly doing, I'm scanning the crowd with a sort of a hawk eye. And it's not about the people that are in front of you, as much as I love them, because they will dance anyway. They come to party. But I have to keep the crowd in the back. That's why you should never look only just at the people that are in front of you. But one of the rules I learned from working with a theater director is always look at the last line. If you look at the last line of people, the whole crowd feels like you're looking at them. So there's little tricks like that you learn throughout the years that can enhance your performance or not. Like I said, it's a delicate balance. I've always had one love for one book, which was also put into a movie. But I as a kid, I think I read the book before I saw the movie, which was The Never-Ending Story with the Nothing. That's always been an inspiring movie to me, because the underlying message that I got as a kid is that you should never stop dreaming, basically. Otherwise, the nothing takes over, and you can get depressed or you can get down. It is so important to keep dreaming.
This is a challenge. So can we make some exercises now? Are you
sure.
okay with it?
Do it.
You already know mulțumesc.
Mulțumesc? What's
Mulțumesc. Thank you.
Mulțumesc.
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 I'm in love with Cluj-Napoca, which is the city of Untold. Iubesc Cluj-Napoca.
Cluj-Napoca.
And about Romania, what do you want to say about Romania, Armin?
What do I want to say about Romania?
I will translate it.
Romania, will you allow me to let me play with your feelings again?
România, mă vei lăsa să mă joc din nou cu sentimentele tale.
Sentimentele
Tale.
Okay, I'll never forget that. Thank you. See you next year.
Romania. Umi dai voi să ajung la inima ta. Let us dance with the wolves.
The world capital of night and magic.